This is going to be an NBA preview of this upcoming season for the Los Angeles Clippers for the 2013-2014 season. Big top storylines for this team: re-signing of Chris Paul. Chris Paul re-signed the team after being a free agent, but Chris Paul knew that he just loved LA. He loves the team that he's with. He loves his players, and them for him coming back, just telling all the other teams was just a real classy move, and him staying with the LA Clippers, I think was just the best fit for him at the time. New coach Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is coming with the championship pedigree. The culture change is bringing everything to the Clippers. Just transforming his team into something what they can do. Doc Rivers has always been. He always brings the best potential out of players and teams over the years. That's why he's one of the best coaches in the business. It's also just a new system, just new everything, and I think he's gonna be able to get more of an output from the star players and the role players on his team to actually bring him to that next level. Big free agent signings. Also, they have brought in J.J. Redick, a sharpshooter from Milwaukee. Also, Jared Dudley from the Phoenix Suns. He's also another stretch three. Can also bring guys out, which complements Chris Paul. And also they bring it back Darren Collison, a guy that backed up Chris Paul in New Orleans and actually had his best season there, which was good. So he definitely has something to prove, and then he learned a lot from CP3, so he'll probably learn a little more from CP3, and also just be helping them and things like that, and also it'll be good for their bench because they definitely need they already have a strong bench, but it'll be just good to have these few guys on the bench, be able to run, do it, so then the starters won't have to play as much minutes. DeAndre Jordan expanded his game offensively and defensively. I feel that he really needs to expand his game offensively and defensively. The guy needs to be a double-digit rebound guy, and a double-digit rebound scorer. He needs to average at least 12 and at least 10. Because he has good defense. He should be able to change the culture defensively in the team. I've seen him talking a lot, but also just having that will on the defensive end, and also being able to score so you can stay on the court in the fourth quarter. I mean, I know his free throw situation is always very bad, but he has to be able to do something, because he has to be out there helping his team instead of sitting on the bench in the fourth quarter cheering for his team. More of an output from Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is coming up to a lot of scrutiny these days because they think he's coming up small in the playoffs, not having those great games where people think he can. But Blake Griffin definitely has to step up his game offensively. He has to be a 20-point and 10 rebound scorer. He has to be able to get that stuff on a night to night basis. Without any struggle, he could just get it blindfolded, and then he can work harder to get 30 or 40 points. But he definitely has to expand his game. So I think people say it's too many commercials. He's not expanding his game. Yeah, like I said, the bench is very, very strong with Jamal Crawford, and these guys on the bench is very, very strong. Have a lot of guys there that could be potential starters on other teams. And Doc Rivers, he loves players like that because he just always know what schemes and things to throw at people to confuse them with all the weapons that he has for on his team. The Clippers is actually covering up the Lakers championship banners and retired jerseys at home games. I actually believe in this move. Is no disrespect them, but you got to find your identity. And having Lakers banners showed and hanged up while people was at Clippers games, I think is just somewhat. I'm not saying too much of a disrespect. It's actually just really disrespectful to Clippers fans that play their money. They don't really want to see Laker colors or anything because they are Clippers fans. They know that they share, but they don't want to really see that. Because I remember the Lakers, the Lakers actually had an issue with the Clippers hanging up the division title. You know, they never won one before, so you can't really fault them and things like that. But they're doing that, and people's actually had Doc Rivers come up to media scrutiny because of it. Hey, but he had to. Chris Paul, candidate for the MVP. Yeah, I think he's gonna. If he doesn't get it, if LeBron doesn't get it, I think he's in line for another MVP run. And Chris Paul, he just have all the keys to do it. And I think he'll be able to become the MVP the way that he has to do for this team to get wins. And they're going to be very formidable this year in the Western Conference. The record I give the Clippers, they're going to be 58 and 24. They're going to have one of the best records in the Western Conference, be able to win some games. Doc Rivers is going to do a fabulous job with this team. So that's what the Clippers should be able to do this season.